I woke up this morning feeling like I needed to share something, and I feel a bit wobbly about sharing it and emotional, but I guess that's useful and it's helpful for me because I've got some stuff to get my head round, and this is all to do with the chronic pain that I experience with my digestion. So I'm just going to launch into it and see what happens. So a few weeks ago, I went to the hospital here in Amsterdam, and that was to further the investigation into the digestive pain that I've had for a very long time. So the pain has been around for around 15 years and followed a time where I was in hospital in India because I had a parasite. So when I went to the hospital here in Amsterdam, I took along with me some test results. Now, the test results came from a very expensive test that I was advised to get when I was in Bristol. The practitioner I was seeing in Bristol advised me to get this test because it's really thorough. So it gives you an overview of your gut flora, and it also tells you if you've got any parasites in there. And for years I was told that I didn't have a parasite and that I had IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. And that when you're told something like that, like an umbrella term, it's quite hard to get on board with it, or I found it hard, because it's kind of this feeling of, you're just sensitive and you need to manage it. There's no cure, there's nothing that we can get rid of. This is just how your system is. So I was told that for many years and tried lots of different things to manage the pain, as I'm sure lots of people do with that kind of diagnosis. But I found a practitioner in Bristol, and she advised me to get this test, and this test cost £300. But I was lucky enough to be able to get it. And when we got the results of the test, she explained that the test showed that there was indeed a parasite in me. So that meant that that for all these years of being told that I didn't have anything that we could get rid of, or that I had IBS, suddenly I was faced with this situation that was, there's your problem, there's your parasite. And then she said that that I could go on this anti-parasite program and take lots of supplements and change my diet, and it would mean that the parasite would go away, and that would lead to not being in pain anymore. And I remember that day. I will always remember that day, because that was the day that I thought my life was going to change dramatically. And so I put all my eggs in that basket, and I followed her instructions. So I didn't drink any alcohol for, I think, at least 9 months. I didn't have any gluten or sugar or cheese, like all those naughty things, for a very long time, like a year or something, year and a half. But the pain stayed with me, and it wasn't until a few months ago that that I felt like something needed to change, because I'd spent quite a lot of money in seeing this practitioner and paying all the supplements that you are advised to have to help your gut flora. And anyway, I moved to Amsterdam which was my life choice. And that brings me back to what happened a couple of weeks ago. So I went to the hospital here in Amsterdam because I felt like it's time to put energy into helping my situation. And the doctor looked at the test results that I had, and she told me that the parasite that is on that test result isn't from India, and it isn't actually a pathogen, so it isn't something that is classed as a problem for your body. It's something that everyone has. And so I'm still digesting it, obviously. But so what that means is that for the last 2 years of hope and pouring energy and money and having a very restrictive diet and all those things that go along with it were all based on something which wasn't true. Keith, the parasite, as he's named, from India, isn't there. And so if he isn't there, he can't got rid of. Now, I think I've probably got quite a bit of anger in me around my journey with that treatment, and that will come, I'm sure. But I think what I want to remember is how important it is to not give your power away. You know, when I was told that Keith, that parasite was in me, and that all I had to do was follow these strict instructions and it would go away, I became more of a victim then, more disempowered, because I was putting all my hope and all my power in something outside of me to be better. And I don't ever want to do that again, because it's really dangerous. And I know that it happens because when you're in a vulnerable place, you'll believe anything. Or I did. I felt like she could have told me to just eat pineapple every day for 2 months and it would get rid of the pain. I was so ready to believe. So and actually I've come to realise that the pain that I experience, which is a lot of cramping and sort of quite spiky, it's like having a little cactus in me. What it does is it helps me to give myself what I need. I suddenly create space to feel whatever I need to feel. I look after myself, I take rest, I cook really good food that my body needs. And I basically learn to be my own best friend. And that is like the best gift anyone could give you, I think. So I wanted to share that because it feels like a big deal, and it will take me some time to, digest it all. But the biggest lesson for me is to trust myself, trust my body, and to not keep looking outside, not keep looking externally for what I need, because I have what I need. And anyone that this might resonate with, You need to know that too. You can look outside for some guidance and support. Of course, we all need that, and it's important to find it in the right places. But just remember that, you have everything you need in you, and you can become your own best friend. Yeah. Thanks.